Juan Bagnell here for Pocketnow, and how do you measure performance? For many gadget fans, the first idea which might come to mind are the collection of benchmarking scores we all seem to just memorize, or how a phone might run a graphics-intense game. But a phone is more than just a processor. Just as we wouldn't complain about a hybrid car's time running a quarter mile, or gripe about a sports car's MPGs, we should be able to extend similar considerations to our phones. Judge a gadget by the sum total of all of its parts. While the BlackBerry KEYone's most obvious feature is this hardware keyboard, another part of the phone has somewhat walked away with the conversation about this gadget, and that would be the KEYone's epic battery life. It's probably the most common gripe I get from family and friends, buying ever more expensive and ever thinner premium handsets, only to find they sometimes struggle to last a full day. Not a full 24 hours, mind you, but the time from sunrise to sunset. What if we judged performance on a curve, scoring high for those tasty graphics, but even higher for the phone's ability to hang with us during a busy day of use? I made a little noise on Twitter after my first weekend with the KEYone. From Saturday morning to the following Monday, I'd not yet received a battery warning pop-up. Replicating that experiment, I managed 60 hours of use on a single charge. That requires a little clarification, more nuance than I can deliver in a tweet. By 60 hours, I'm not saying 60 hours of screen on time. That's always been a poor metric for me because I use my phone a lot with the screen off. Near constant streams of podcasts while driving in LA traffic, my phones are connected to in-dash entertainment, my car computer, and a smartwatch. Navigating, streaming, and notifying, my SOT numbers are always on the low end. For how I use my phones, the KEYone almost doubled the overall runtime I got during my Galaxy S8 Plus review. Smaller screen and lower power chipset for the win. And a quick note on this processor, I've been very happy with the Qualcomm 625. I'm sure it can magnify a few of the stutters common to Android, but after a recent update, I'm rarely left in the lurch or stuck in a moment where the phone may or may not be responding to a command. Huawei Nova and Moto Z Play owners know this well. It might not load an app the fastest, but it's not far behind. And as long as the phone indicates that it received an input, that it's processing your order, we won't perceive that as lag. Even expensive phones can sometimes stare at you blankly while doing something which should be pretty easy. That this hardware supports options like 4K video recording just further helps blur the line between budget and premium devices. So, how does this phone perform? Yeah, I don't do much of this on it, that should be pretty obvious. But as I'm often carrying around two phones, the KEYone has almost completely taken over my daily interactions. Messaging, phone calls, social media, the companion phone relegated to the fun stuff like some gaming on the go or shooting smoother 4K video. It's not always the most exciting to talk about, but maybe those runtime metrics should mean a bit more. It's really fun owning a sexy hot rod, but it's also reassuring to own something which won't leave you stranded when you need it the most. And of course, we want to hear from you. Considering this phone's focus, the hardware packed inside, and the price tag, which competing phone do you think would be most appropriate for a comparison against the KEYone? Drop us a comment down below this video. I'll be curious to see what you all think. As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for our full BlackBerry KEYone coverage, including our full review alongside camera and audio reviews, and help us out with some sharing on your favorite social networks. For Pocketnow, I'm Juan Bagnell, some gadget guy on Twitter and Instagram, and I will catch you all on the next video.